Games are highlights, better get the fun. The flow's robbery, hands better get them up. Coming out the glass city, then you'll never get a bluff. We'll never stop, boy, never get enough. We all about grinding.
The new album, Homegrown Internationally Known, pays tribute to the talent coming out of Toledo, Ohio. How did this connection between M.A.D.E and Nino Graye come together? And then how did you guys get this? Who came up with the concept behind this album?
I'll fill that one. I was in Toledo in 2011 on tour for my album Taking Back What's Mine. Nino came out to the show I had there with a friend, Ghiftid, who's also one of the featured artists on the album. We got to build for a while at the show, kept in contact, and it's kind of like how I got my start with Wu-Tang. Like I did a show with like Ray and Rob the Dark Man and Deck and Priest and people like that, and just didn't just view it as something that was like, oh, I met these dudes, and never pursued it. Kept in contact with them to build my presence in their structure to this day, and that's what Nino did after we had met, and come to find out I was from Toledo and really held like Toledo as a soft spot in my heart. So I eventually would come back to Toledo like once a month, and we started working on records, and it was like, hey, we're going to do one or two songs. Then, let's do an EP. And then, the quality of the music was so good that eventually it's like, we got to do a whole album. And that was the intention the whole time I viewed it as a passion project where it's like, I don't want to, have the big name producers or the big name features like a lot of my other records. So it's like, all the producers on the album are from Toledo. All the features are, from Toledo, artists that I knew going into the record or artists that Nino knew and recommended, and it all came together that way.
And I just care this being, you guys are obviously individual artists. What is it like when you have to write together? I mean, or is the album, or is the way the album is created, is it writing together, or is it like going to your separate rooms, writing your own thing, having an idea for the song, or is it just like kind of like bouncing, constantly bouncing lyrics off each other?
Yeah, I'll take this one. Definitely bouncing lyrics off of each other. A lot of the writing happens on the spot. As soon as a spark of imagination hits, if we hear a beat, if one of us had a concept, we're calling each other frantically, making sure we got the concept worked out. Sometimes he was driving into town telling me about studio time we'd have in the evening. We'd be listening to beats, and halfway through his drive, he'd be writing his verses, and I'm writing them on the way. So by the time we got to the studio, we already had a good skeleton. And then we get in together and bounce ideas off each other. We always had DJ ZIK there, the guy who produced most of the beats for the album and recorded it. He was also there as like a third wall for us to bounce ideas off of. So, lots of outspoken thinking and creative sessions where we just talked and laughed and had a couple drinks and figured out where the vibe wanted to go.
And like you guys said, I mean, the album is a tribute to those of, Toledo, Ohio. So I have to ask, why is the fourth song "Welcome to Ohio"? If kind of the concept of the album is about Ohio. Or am I taking this way too literal?
No, it's because for instance, Nino lives in Toledo still. I live in Indianapolis, and my fan base, since I've put out products since consistently since like 2000, 2001, to the person that buys my album in Germany or in France, that gives them a little bit more, so it's not just, okay, Toledo is Ohio, Toledo's not Spain, Toledo is, so that just opens up a broader listening base. In fact, in our first week of sales, more people in France and the United Kingdom bought the album than in Toledo.
Why do you, is there, it's interesting. Why do you think, do you have is this speculate why would that the case be, or is this kind of?
My sales history has always been that because of the Wu-Tang backing.
Okay.
Like the same reason that Wu-Tang can play like a House of Blues here in the States, you know, for 1,500, 2,500 people, but then they could go to, you know, Germany and probably play for like 20,000.
Okay.
So those people that knew M80 from like, oh, well, that's, you know, Almighty, or they knew me from, you know, tracks with like Priest and RZA and all them, they still, you know, they're very loyal, and they still like, you know, trying to see what's the next coming record. They're the same people that go out and buy like the albums I A&R, not just like the ones that I'm, you know, the artist on. And they really appreciate it. Like, you know, they still like strive for real hip hop overseas, whereas, you know, they haven't yet been tainted by like all the diluted music that we have currently in the States.
Right.
Absolutely.
Nino, do you want to?
I believe it's a little bit of that too. It's the roots of actual hip hop. It's coming from the ear and from their heart. They're not yet, like Em said, the kind of rehash. They haven't started to think with their pocket yet. So they still want a little bit of that religion, that hip-hop soul when they hear their music. So needless to say, when I heard that information, I was also kind of shocked. But as time has progressed, it seemed to make sense because they've shown nothing but backing for him and all of his projects since he started. So it makes sense that they would move to the next one. But, you know, it'd have been nice to see Toledo do a little bit more backing, but the rest of the world shows love. It's not going to slow us down.
We play that song. We play that song in concert every night, and it's funny because, like, well, you know, the hook comes in. We're both doing our own parts on the hook, and people are really rocking out to it. And then I come out with the "Welcome to Ohio," and then the you know, we could be in like Ypsilanti, Michigan, and they're like, "What?"
Is it like that? Is it like that Simpson episode where they're performing a concert and the guys look at the back of his guitar?
Yes.
Hey, Springfield.
Yeah, like the first like one or two shows, I'm like, I wonder if I should like shout out that city, but I'm like, that would just be weird, or you know, like welcome to Indiana. It doesn't have the same appeal.
No. Actually, I want to go to one of my favorite tracks on the album is 911.
Cool.
And
nice,
you know
nice.
the chorus is hip hop is in the state of 911, which like I said is a pretty dope track. What? It seems that like a lot of, you know, you hear that a lot of amongst the hip hop community. There's always that type of song about how hip hop needs to change. Hip hop's in the state of 911.
Right.
So I would like to know kind of what do you think the solution is? You know, of all that.
Two things about this song, and I'm going to have Nino chime in as well. There are a lot of those songs, you know, like we need the revolution, but yet no one, you know, has the idea of how to start the revolution. The song about 911 is, it's not just like, here's the message, and you know, it's not just one of those lyrical tracks. It's a fun song,
right?
You know, like it's good. It makes you smile. It's quality. So it's like, here's something fun, and it's a message. And that's why that's one of my favorite tracks too, and we have the video out for that now. I just think when people learn, you know, like everyone cites Rakim as one of the greatest MCs of all time. But then to that same equation, people say, you know, well, Rakim was the first one to incorporate, you know, heavy lyrics with like party beats. So you can have fun in your music, and you can be lyrical, and you can be anything and everything you want, as long as you accept that. You know, people feel like they have to be in this one box and can't do, you know, like other styles or kick knowledge and other messages. And I've, you know, a lot of my music is on the same vein, and it wasn't until, you know, the past few years where, you know, I build with people like the Wu-Tang Clan or even more recently Chino XL, that when you listen to his new album, The Black Rosary, the Reconstruction, you know, he has a skit on there where he's talking about him sitting down with Jay Dilla and Common, and Common is going on about, you know, I don't want to compete lyrically with, you know, the Redmans, the Cannabises, the Razzcasses anymore. I just want to make music that like feels good to me. And that right there, you know, that is the leap of faith, where it's like, well, you might be letting certain people down, but ultimately Common is still a thriving name, and he's doing exactly what he wants to do, and he can make songs that are super lyrical and have the message, and he can make songs that are like, electronic and basically whatever he wants to do. And I think that therein lies the solution. Okay. Like when an artist says, I'm going to do what I want, and it's going to be a true representation of me, and that really puts you outside the box. And that, that is the solution to the emergency.
Nice. M.A.D. Nino Graye, our Glass City, homegrown, internationally known. Congratulations on the album. It's really dope. Thanks so much for joining me on rapstation.com, hiphopgods.com.
If I may,
go ahead.
www.glasscity419.com, the album in its physical format, T-shirts, posters are all available, and of course, iTunes right now.
And how can
homegrown, internationally known?
How can listeners actually follow you guys?
I'm way heavy on Facebook. Matthew M80 Markov. I give out my email publicly. Almighty ALMIGHTYM80 @gmail. I don't do the Twitter too heavy. I know Nino's big on Facebook, and go ahead and give me your stats, buddy.
Yeah, that's funny. I ain't as big on Facebook. I use Twitter a lot and Instagram, but on Facebook, Nino Graye, GRAYE, just like it sounds. On Twitter, if y'all are into that, @Nino Graye F4E. And on Instagram under the same, Nino Graye F4E. Contact me, touch base. You got questions, we can work.
Now this guy who spits rhymes and gets high. Wait, hold up, motherfucker, I'm describing us all. See, I'm so fly with some multi, and I'm co-signed for a lifetime by every famous rapper you can name in a song. So I ball out, but I ball out, then I fall in, and I fall out of a gang load up on your so lucky dumb. Over here we rip that glass like it's crystal. In the city of the rockets, these both blast off like missiles. M.official, pistol popping your tissue. Them not official, who's got for tissues? Wish you was me, hussies, that's the issue. I'll switchblade, switch you, stitch you, no, miss you. Misuse my kindness for weakness, watch how I freak it. Now this dude, unique uniting lyrics and BT rips through. Stampede, concrete on the rise, don't sleep. Autograph your ass with my ish, back in the speak with my speech, capiche? Yo, they don't want it. Never have, never will. Glass City. Hip-hop is in a state of 911. Everyone going crazy, everyone grab their guns and just pop off. And just pop off, and just pop off, and just pop off. Hey, yo, hip-hop is in a state of 911. Everyone going crazy, everyone grab their guns and just pop off. And just pop off, and just pop off, and just pop off. What?
Just the boogie and in-source supply vet. Shut the bank down the second I sign a mic check. I got that high-def third-eye easel and wide lens. Word to my people, my last breath's when the grind ends. Climb for the zenith, we too far up to spot it. Harder for content. No one we open with you, start up a convent. Promising prospect, tell me what spot is full. Losing my patience, belly up hospital. You pettiest clowns, let me ask who envy you now. Haters drown in jealousy, numbers too many to count. Oh, find another set to bless you. Cause if they was in my shoes, I'd be getting left for dead too. Clean the plate and empty the fridge. Bring the car up, my words are Farnsworth, Bentley, a click. Leaving no questions. This team's with the glass. I don't have to lift a foot, I let the beat kick your ass. Be easy. This is the flow elitist. Einstein's heart attack. Gray had a stroke of genius. Told him watch out. Boom. Surprise.
Hip-hop is in a state of 911. Everyone going crazy, everyone grab their guns and just pop off. And just pop off, and just pop off, and just pop off. Hey yo, hip-hop is in a state of 911. Everyone going crazy, everyone grab their guns and just pop off. And just pop off, and just pop off, and just pop off. What? Full with the flow, murderous tones. Only skull and crossbones, paternal order of pros. And you know
there's nothing better than top seed. And brother, we bring the flavor to savor like hot peas and butter.
Whatever Simon says, Glass City orders. When you think that dope came from M80 runs borders. Flip a quarter for your life, $30 for your wife. That's a decent proposal. Now pucker up and kiss pipe.
What the oaf is this? Running it, redline the engine, I'm gunning it. No brakes, plus I'm a son of a smart
bitching about bundles you never had. You a sucker, motherfucker. Moria ain't the dad. Why you mad?
Cause the glass shining, immaculate rap timing. Passionate past wildin', drop jewels, attracts diamond. Nino bringing the songs your broads nod to. Talking to the 419, hey yo, I got you.
Don't make me smack your ass with this dollar and make change.
419, you know the game don't change.
Indeed. Smoke you up, roll you like a bag of weed. Hip-hop is in a state of 911. Everyone going crazy, everyone grab their guns and just pop off. And just pop off, and just pop off, and just pop off. Hey yo, hip-hop is in a state of 911. Everyone going crazy, everyone grab their guns and just pop